Ryan Newman here, Director of Instruction and Fitness for Orange Whip Golf and Fitness. You can tell where I am. I'm in the warehouse here in South Carolina, or at work, you could say. So Father's Day is coming up. As a dad, 2 little kids, it is always a sprint to try to figure out how I can get some time in to meet the goals that I have set aside for golf, for fitness, and the things that make me feel good and feel like I'm constantly improving and getting better. So some of the tricks that I like to do, and you'll see kind of how this flow goes there. Perfect case scenario, I've got a lot of time. Worst case scenario, don't have a lot of time at all, but I still daily make an effort to do something golf related. All right, that doesn't mean I'm going to get to hit balls every day. It doesn't mean I'm going to get to practice every day, but it does mean I can keep my golf body moving and continue to be focused on coordination improvements we want to make. All right. So the first thing that's going to give us total body and swing training is going to be our Power Peel, and what pairs with the Power Peel is our at-home training program that features all the products. But perfect world, I've got time to get in here, get some of these bands on during one of the Power Peel workouts. All right, I can click play and follow along. That's what's cool about this, is I just have to show up, which for me is important. If I just get to the gym and then start trying to put it all together myself, I'm tired, it's hard to do, versus if I just push play and say, all I got to do is show up, that's what helps. So, perfect world, I've got time, I've got, getting a nice workout in, going to make sure it's golf specific as I'm doing that. So I'm going to be working on my hips, working on my upper body. We use a lot of different movements in here, backswing, extension, and just because these bands are on and I'm stable on the base, all these exercises we do are so golf specific. So this is going to really help me get my body ready, even if I am going to play or do something like that. But this is my daily maintenance, and sometimes my daily fitness is to be able to get this in. So Power Peel really does some neat stuff with that, and that would be perfect world. We are swinging the products in the workouts as well, but let's say we didn't have time to get that workout in the morning, right? Which happens to us all the time. So what I like to do is I keep a whip next to the door that I walk into at work, and I've created a habit where I say every time I put down my briefcase, I need to pick up the orange whip, and that's creating a habit where I'm tailoring it with something I already do. So from there, and I always talk myself into it, I'm sitting there going, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that, but I say, well, what is 90 seconds or 2 minutes going to do? So from here, I'm going to grab the orange whip. Maybe I have already done my swing workout, which is great, but even at the office, I'm just going to go ahead and get a little bit bigger and just start to, right away, going to start to feel the stretch. And what I like to do is build in coordination, right? What are we working on in our golf swing? And you can find a lot of these exercises and drills in our routine. But for me, I'm trying to build up my backswing a little bit more into my right side. So I do a little drill that I call tap-tap, where I'm going to take it up to the top, feel that nice position of the whip, and tap my trail foot. So now I can get dynamic with this, where I'm working on that position. I may, again, you can see I'm blending in using the whip's benefits just with some simple things that I'm working on in my swing or my drills that help me get loaded. So again, great, always, right, no matter what we did in that program. And then, all right, so now I'm home, all right, end of the day, right, my kids are running around, and I want to now take advantage of maybe some time out in the yard or something like that I have. So I like to pull the light speed out, right, and I'm going to, if I need to swing the whip a little bit before this, our goal here is pretty loose. And perfect world, if you have time after your whip, grab the light speed too, you're already loose. But I'm going to loosen up a little bit, and now I'm going to take the light speed, and I'm going to still work on coordination, all right? And now I'm in the backyard, kids are running around with at least 85 to 95% output. And then I'm going to rest in between. So I'm just going to go ahead and work on some speed and get those in. An added bonus, again, out in the yard playing around, is I love putting on the turn trainer, right? It's perfect for at home, right? And to help us not only work on coordination, right? But what you don't realize is what this is doing to our core and our hips as we wear it. So again, now I'm in the backyard, kids are messing around, throw the ball, go get it, and I'm playing fetch with my kids. But now again, now I can work on, all right, my little tap drill, but I'm gonna get some speed. So I'm working on those things that I'm, calling swing thoughts, or what I'm gonna do on the range, but I always wanna make sure I'm fast. This is one of the areas for me that I constantly strive in, that as long as I can hit far, and from there I can create some small tricks or whatnot to get it in play. But I want to make sure that my swing speed stays up, especially as I'm getting older. That's one thing I started to realize more, is that I don't recover as fast. I have to always continue to do movement, and I have to start to modify them so I'm not sore, tearing down muscle, and things like that. So I really like to make sure I'm fast. I love the turn trainer. I honestly feel safer when I have it on, because it's pulling my butt, squeezing my butt, pulling my butt more underneath, supporting my pelvis, right? And I actually feel safer with my low back when I have this on as well. And I wear it in the workouts. I do lunges, squats, all kinds of stuff with this on, but put it on. Speaking of time, right? So last but not least, I'm still in the backyard, and I've got a couple wiffle balls, and I already have the turn trainer on. Now I can play around in the backyard and have the turn trainer assist in my rotation as I'm hitting wiffle balls. This is going to be more beneficial to you than going to the range and trying to think your way through the process, because the bands are going to be making an impact, right? So that's my little at work. So workout, at work, grab the whip, a little bit of speed, and if you have enough time, just tack these on, right? But this is how I try to make sure I have these sitting around the house, that I can still find a way to have a club, work on contact, work on my positions that I am trying to do, and have our tools be able to help us out and be able to do that. Perfect world, maybe I'm at the range, all right, and I'm still doing these items, but maybe I have gotten a chance to go to the range. And again, I've got the turn trainer on and making sure I'm maximizing my practice, okay? You can hit balls all you want, but again, if you don't have a set of eyes there or anything like that, the turn trainer is going to force you to get into those positions we want. So I talked about wanting to load in the backside. These bands are helping me do that. So I know if I have this on, I'm making a measurable change, and I know that way my practice has a purpose based on the limited amount of time I do have. So because of that, I'm going to hit some balls and leave you guys with it for the duration. I got a club in my hand, turn trainer on. I'm already one step ahead where I can sneak in the ability. If I haven't touched the club in a while, I know I can show up to the golf course and still have those patterns that I've been working on. And sometimes, if not a lot of the times, I'm doing more to help my body and swing here than I would be by going out there again and pounding a bunch of balls and all that other stuff. So I hope that helps the fathers for Father's Day. Sneak it in when you can. Have these tools sitting around and handy for you. Check out our online program and just play golf. Keep it that simple.